Hey, hi, it's day 20 already. Can hardly believe it. And today's mantra is co create. So, the great things in life, the lasting great things, the massive changes that need to be changed are done with partners. So I want you to think about that. You can't really give until it's from the overflow. So you have to kind of save yourself first before you can start thinking of, your family, your community, our world at large. Um, or that can all actually be part of it. I mean, part of saving yourself and saving your budget and saving thousands of dollars annually can be with smarter energy choices, which is going to be pro planet. So, a lot of things that you can do for yourself is actually good for the community, good for our world too. But today, thinking about co creating, again, if that's too big for you because you still feel like you need to support yourself first, then think of think of this in theory. At least allow yourself to do that much. Walk on this journey with me and let me tell you a few things, right? Because our most beloved leaders throughout history, they weren't rich necessarily. Jesus famously talked about giving up your possessions. Gandhi was definitely not, he was from a pretty privileged background, but he kind of gave it up to relate more to the people and lead the people towards independence. Martin Luther King was a great orator. He wasn't a fabulously wealthy man, but he had a good cause that people believed in, and they got behind him. And together, a lot of these were peacemakers using peaceful means to transform things that they found unjust. So don't allow yourself to be limited by your net worth. You should be prosperity and abundance consciousness includes the knowledge and the wisdom that as you start living what you're really supposed to do, that the universe will be there to help and support you. Because if it is something that resonates with others, then if it's something they want to buy, they'll buy it from you. If it's something that they want to change in their society, they'll march with you. So understanding that co-creating is the way to achieve things. You can't do it on your own. Even if your goal is to be a millionaire or a billionaire, you're going to have hundreds of thousands of employees. So that's a co-creation as well. So let me show you a few projects that have been co-created and how they came about. All right, so the first one we're going to look at is Poundbury. We've talked a little bit about the Prince of Wales being a visionary of sustainability for decades now, since the 1970s. So he came up with this idea that he wanted to have an entire community built on sustainable principles. And so he took Poundbury and he hired Leon Creer to help him do that. And Poundbury is an urban extension in Dorchester in southern England. And you can go there and visit. You can walk around. It's designed for a post-petroleum world. You can have your car, and there are certainly ways that you can drive on the outskirts of the city. However, within the city limits itself, it's much easier to ride a bike or take an e-scooter or to walk. Leon Creer is the urban planner, and his idea was, hey, when you're going to go get some milk, if there's a store close to you, you can just walk and go get some milk. You don't have to jump in the car to do everything. So this is the design. It's a smaller community. He put it together with his partners. There's the Prince of Wales as a younger man, and there's Leon Creer as a younger man, and all of the business leaders that are going to help and support them in this vision. And now it's almost fully realized. So there's people living there. There's a lot of commerce. There's places for kids to play. And, again, it's all built on the Prince of Wales sustainability. If we go back in history, Stonehenge, they allegedly drug these massive rocks for hundreds of miles. Now, it's probably because they thought that some of these rocks had healing powers, but this is something that people did in partnership together. We are exploring Mars, and we intend to have humans on Mars in the 2030s. That's not too far from now. The best picture of last year, Parasite, was not only a huge, pictures, creating film involves, maybe sometimes even 600 folks in the production itself, but also it was the community of his peers who allowed an outsider from Korea to win Best Director and Best Picture. They championed him. So I want to say that too, is that, oftentimes if you think partner instead of competitor and you partner up, that's going to do better for the entire community. So that's what the Earth Gratitude Project is all about, is to say, hey, every one of these visionaries has a piece of the solution. They are absolutely right. Wildlife Direct has an important piece of the solution for conservation. The Earth Day Network has an important piece of the solution. The Queen's Canopy Project, the Prince of Wales vision, Deepak Chopra's beautiful poetry about how we should all nourish and sustain the planet that nourishes and sustains us. All of these are pieces of the equation, and bringing them together in one spot, in one book, benefits anybody who wants to follow this great advice. So thinking partner is part of how we co-created the Earth Gratitude Project. Let me show you a few more. There's one more, I think it's this one. I was actually in Santa Monica a few years back when Bird dropped the e-scooters. And it was interesting because thinking of this as a co-creation project was interesting, because Santa Monica, Bird was launched out of Santa Monica. It was born there. So the first e-scooter app was born in Santa Monica, California, and the city council wanted to ban it. And so part of being a co-creator in that city was to go to the city council and outline all of the areas that they were shooting themselves in the foot if they banned their own unicorn. It took a lot of work, and a lot of things had to be done, including creating a pilot program, because people, even if it's something they don't see, people don't, as a general rule, and it's not because I'm not a misogynist, it's very hard, this life. So it's very easy to understand how people can go through life trying to earn a living. Their bills are too much. Life doesn't add up. They feel oppressed. Many people do. Other people don't feel oppressed. But I have to tell you, even wealthy people I know, very wealthy people I know, feel oppressed in one way or another, maybe because they're a workaholic or they have too many responsibilities, they pay other people's bills, whatever it might be. So life is not easy, and it's not easy to step out of seeing the problems and the challenges and step into envisioning the solutions and being the change maker and co-creating the life that we want. So I understand this. So we had people that would complain about gridlock traffic in Santa Monica, and it was hell during rush hour. And at the same time, they couldn't see how if you took people out of a very large vehicle and you put them on a tiny little e-scooter, that was going to actually help them get to their destination faster. The reason they couldn't see it is because they were stuck in their habit, even though they knew there was a problem. So a pilot program became the way that we could ease people out of their stead and last century ideas and into something new. Creating Poundbury was a way for the Prince of Wales to do that, to say, hey, we're going to create our own post-petroleum world, and it'll be a small community, and those people who think like us will come and want to live there. And lo and behold, they do, and visit there. So all of this is about finding your people, co-creating something that's worthy of being remembered and worthy of living in right now. So in today's assignment of rethinking everything, understand that you co-create your world. So if you're seeing problems in your world, whether life doesn't add up, gridlock traffic, unaffordable housing, whatever it is that you see, when you see a problem, create the solution and understand that co-creating the solution means you have to find partners to help you with it. All right. So co-create solutions, co-create solutions. Today, that's the mantra all day long. Co-create solutions. How can I co-create the solution here? I don't have to do it all on my own. In fact, a lot of times as an entrepreneur, when I think of a problem, the solution isn't me solving it. It's me finding the expert and finding an incentive for that person to solve it. Thank you for joining me. Tomorrow's our last day. Can't wait. See you soon.